みんながそばに。
超拡散形態。
よく見ておけ。
それ。
Beidou is a 4-star Electro Claimer character capable of being an extremely powerful off-field DPS, with the ability to reduce damage taken, inflict constant electro damage, and output some of the best AoE damage in the entire game. She is an extremely valuable unit. On top of this, she has a unique counter mechanic that is both extremely fun and rewarding to master. This allows her to be one of the most effective and enjoyable characters in the entire game. However, as with all good things, she does have her downsides. Her damage is significantly lower in single target enemy situations. She's an extremely expensive elemental burst which forces teams to be built around her, and her element, Electro, lacks powerful reactions. Beidou's elemental skill is called Tidecaller. She creates a shield and takes a stance to parry incoming attacks. If she gets hit while the skill is held, she will deal more damage and generate more energy upon release. Activating this skill the moment you are hit by an attack or after being struck twice will deal the skill's maximum damage. Beidou's elemental burst is Stormbreaker. Normal and charge attacks performed by the on-field character while the burst is active will create a lightning discharge that bounces between enemies, dealing 3 instances of damage at Constellation 0 and 5 instances of damage at Constellation 2. The majority of Beidou's damage will come from her burst, as the number of discharges adds up very fast. Characters will also receive reduced damage and knockback resistance while Beidou's burst is active. Beidou's best role is as an off-field DPS. This involves casting her skill off cooldown and bursting as often as possible before swapping to another character. Beidou herself has neither great multipliers on her normals nor fast enough attacks to trigger her burst discharge as fast as other units can, so letting another character attack instead is almost always the best play. Since Beidou is heavily reliant on her high damaging burst, the talent priority for her is her elemental burst and then her elemental skill. Her normal attacks do not need to be leveled and can be left at level 1, as she shouldn't be using her normal attacks as a sub DPS. Beidou's optimal weapon is generally the Wolf's Gravestone, thanks to its massive attack boost, directly followed by the Unforged. Skyward Pride can be a decent alternative for situations where more energy recharge is required. For 4-star weapons, the Serpent Spine is an incredibly powerful weapon with a huge damage boost and crit rate substat. When it comes to free-to-play options, the Prototype Archaic is a decent choice, offering a reasonable attack boost. Beidou's artifact choices are all very competitive with each other. Shadjili wants to use any combination of the Thundering Fury, Noblesse Oblige, or Gladiator's Finale 2-piece sets to maximize her personal damage. The general rule of thumb is to use whichever pieces have the best substats, as the raw difference in value between the set bonuses is rather minimal. She prefers the main stats of attack percent on the timepiece, electro damage for the goblet, and crit on the circlet. Specific energy recharge requirements depends on her teammates and the situation, but approximately 120 to 140 in double Electro teams where Beidou is teamed with another Electro unit, and 160 to 180 energy recharge in solo Electro teams should be sufficient. If possible, try to avoid using an ER timepiece and instead focus on gaining ER through substats. An ER timepiece is only a good choice when Beidou needs an extremely high amount of energy recharge. After reaching Beidou's ER requirements, focus on substats of crit rate and crit damage, followed by attack percent. In terms of her team compositions, Beidou has great synergy with other Electro units such as Keqing and Fischl for increased energy generation. She also functions well with sustained DPS characters who normal attack or charge attack frequently, such as Child. An example team she works well in is in a Taser composition consisting of Sucrose, Fischl, Beidou, and Xingqiu. In this team, Sucrose is the on-field carry who triggers Beidou's discharges, while Xingqiu and Beidou provide both off-field damage and survivability. Fischl also provides off-field damage and valuable energy for Beidou. Another example team is the Child Fireworks team. In this team, composed of Child, Beidou, Fischl, and Bennett, Child acts as the on-field carry to constantly trigger Beidou's discharges, while Beidou and Fischl both provide off-field damage. Bennett provides healing and a potent attack buff that Beidou and Fischl can both snapshot. Overall, Beidou is an extremely powerful character if properly invested into and excels massively in multi-target situations. She's a fun and rewarding character to play and can be a very powerful asset to many teams. Thanks for watching this quick guide. For more quick guides, check out some of the other videos on the Kaching Mains channel.